Hi, okay, this is going to be my first training video for my team on our mops and our system. And I have some things that I want to talk to my current team about what I did to modify this to make it a little bit better for us in the field. Okay, so we have this thing. It's kind of a plug for O-Cedar too. So, and I hope they do listen, because there's some major things that we love this mop, but there's some things that need to be modified. Okay, so basically we are they have a little container here for your water. The easiest way to for me to get it out is put my thumb here and lift up like this, and just pull straight up like this, and then you can fill in the water right here, and this thing doesn't come apart, so you just fill in your water right here, water only. And I still have the smell of Fabuloso on my mop, and it's I don't like it at all, because one of my cleaners used Fabuloso inside here. No. Okay, so yes, and so then you have your mop head. I'm just going to go through the system first, and then I'll explain the mop, because that's something I want to talk to my cleaners about too. So you're wetting your mop through this. It has like a spray mechanism. You're wetting your mop through that, and then you come over here and you can step on this to kind of steady it, and then you're squeezing out the mop. Modification that number one for this mop is that we need a like a silicone type material right here, because that will actually scrape off the hair and the debris that gets stuck to the mop, because what I'm finding is that the mop gets it still has the hair and stuff on it, and it goes inside here. So if we could do something where the silicone scrapes this off, and then there's like a little container right here that keeps the debris inside the container. That's my thinking on this part. So then you have it wringed out. You want to keep it as for what we do, you want to keep it not sopping wet. And then some floors you have to really dampen it, just barely wet. Then how you mop. And this is like a training that I've never really given my cleaners. I just sort of like have them watch me, and then I actually really learned this technique in the field, where I think to myself, edges first and then the body. Okay, so so you're coming around and you're getting that's what it is. That's why I wanted to talk about this. So you're getting all of your edges here first really well. And then once you've gotten the edges of all the room or that area, like I could just do the edges of this area, and then in the grain of the wood, if there's wood, please, if you have your grain going this way on your wood floor, please don't do this. Okay, we want to go with the grain, because if for the love of streak-free floors, we want to go with the grain, because there are going to be streaks sometimes, and if you and it'll follow the grain. And if you happen to have any little bit of debris on your mop that you didn't know about, and you go to scratch, rub a hardwood floor and it scratches the floor, at least it's along the grain and not across the grain like this, where it's gonna show. Okay, so with that, another modification would be that the pads go over here like this, because when I did the edging, I was reminded that we are hitting our baseboards with our mops. We're trying to get in and out of these houses as fast as we can, right? And we want to be good, so we want to get to the edge. But if you're noticing that some of your edges aren't clean, this is to my clients, if some of your edges aren't clean, a lot of times it's because we're trying to stay away from hitting the edges with our mops. Come on. So I actually, I'll show you the modification I put on this, but I actually grabbed one of our old mops to see if it would go over it, and it kind of does. But what happens is, so I can do this, and if I modified it, put a strip here and brought it over, then I'd be, whatever. I know that there's mops already out there like this, but I don't want to sift through a whole bunch of mops. I just want what I have to work. It'll go through this, the water, but it won't go through here. So yeah, it'd be nice to have that. So putting this back on, we were having this pad. You know what? This doesn't need to be on here. Telescope, like a really good pole would be nice. I'm gonna tell you, I love the e-mops that we used to use, the e-cloth mops that we used to use. Really sturdy, durable, great Velcro, metal pole. Well, these are metal poles too. They just seem they seem a little chintzy. Okay, so ideally what we did with this mop, I've already modified it, but it only has like these fine like plastic. I mean, they're breaking off right now. There was glue on them, but it's like these plastic, and our pads were not sticking to them, and that's all that there was. That's all that there was this and this, and so our things were slipping and sliding right here, all over. So I modified it and put a little bit more Velcro on it. I don't know if you could even see that, but yeah. So I put a little bit more Velcro. I want it all the way across, but and the pads that O-Cedar has, this is an off-brand. I don't even know what it was, but I think they can do a better job of making them high quality. They're kind of flimsy. So yeah, that is basically what I think. That's it for. I wanted to show my team what I did to my mop to modify it, and then I wanted to talk a little bit about the O-Cedar mop, and this is what we use on the field. The other modification that I would love to see is like a sturdier base. We've tipped these over a few times. It's a little topsy-turvy. It's weird. It's like it goes in. How do you say that? Like inverts or concaves? I don't know. Down at the bottom, and so just be careful with your mops. And then of course at the end of the shift, we're getting rid of all of these. I just dump the mops out like on the gutter, on the street, or in their garden or whatever. It's their dirt. There's nothing in here that's going to be, we use eco-friendly products, so it's not like we're putting chemicals in your lawn. So if anything, it might be fertilizing them. So I think that's it. I hope that, oh yeah, so, and then, here we go. So one of the things that I'm going to test myself here, or I'm going to put myself to the test, is that we ask that they stay clean, maintain your mops, okay? So they come apart. So I'm not too bad. These get really gunky inside here. Their hair gets stuck in here. Like I said, a container that holds the debris that we can empty or whatever, pinch out or something. But there's that, and it's pretty clean. I did all right. The test is down here. I have some old water in here, but it gets really grimy down in there. Grab a kitchen brush or you know, a bathroom brush maybe, and get it down in there, scrub it out. Just try to take care of them and be they're issued as yours, so take care of it, because you know, we gotta pay for these things. So let's see, I think that's it. I hope there's no questions. Bye.